What's up, YouTube? The racism solution. Of course, we're all in soul groups or solar systems, and they're all connected with a bridge. It's always someone that connects each solar group or soul system to make it really one overall universe. So it's one verse, universe, and we're in it for the harmony, not the hard money. So it's harmony over hard money. And all it comes down to with racism is just losing sight of the source. That's really what it comes down to, because we're all coming from the germination stage or the darkness regardless. So everything is coming from this same source of nothingness, and we lose sight of it. So if you could think of it as life starting from a black dot or a transparent dot, what have you, however you want to look at it, and if it's split into, say, I don't know, 13 tribes for the sake of just the argument, whatever. So you have these 13 streams that bring about different wavelengths that come off of them. Each one is its own solar system or its own wavelength or wave shade, however you want to look at it. So we're all in different groups that might be, who knows the combination? Only you know the combination, really. You really do know it. It's just about evaluating yourself around each person that you come in contact with. Who is fatherly to you, who's motherly to you. Everyone gets the chance to be everything to everybody in every lifetime, but who is it as far as natural, the natural set today? Who treats you like this? Who do you treat like that? And why does it naturally manifest that way? So it just comes down to really connecting. Everyone has that person of a different shade in their life, whether they're black, white, Asian, brown, however you want to, however you want to look at it, the different shades. You have a person that you're intimately connected to, whether it is hateful or loving. Your enemy could be someone that is, I don't know if you want to say spiritually or cosmically, what have you. There's somebody that is very close to you in your soul group. So if you can make amends with your supposed enemy, this facet of yourself, then you can unlock a breath debt or a breath seizure that you have with that person. So if you have 10 friends or 10 people that are family, really, those people, say you have one black friend, how are you really treating that person? Are you letting you, or Asian, anybody, how are you really treating that person? How are they treating you? And really afford yourself the perspective of really being amongst them, being with them, and vice versa, so everybody can realize that we're all the same but different. Everywhere is the same but different. But this will never happen if it has everything to do with diet and things like that, because you see the separation more the more rationalized you are. The more rationalized you are, I mean, it has everything to do with, you know, having a measured life, the calculated life. This many calories, this many of that. You going to work to gather some food for you and yours, so that you could have energy for work, so that you could gather more food to have more energy for work, so that, because it's all, your life is rationalized. So you have a bunch of seizures in your own life, a bunch of blockages within your own life. Everything's rationalized within yourself. So you have to afford yourself the perspective and not close off. Of course, it's cultures or culture. That's really what it is. Everybody's in different cultures, and they feel as though this culture needs to be here or there. But if we regenerate, you know, and go through the perspective process of really realizing what it is to be a different shade, I mean, it really comes down to cleaning your vessel so that you can see everything that's coming to you and everything that's coming out of you and everything that ever did. So you can see any time where you're being subtly racist, and it really comes down to benefiting from racism. Really, justice comes down to being able to take a loss. If you can take a loss instead of gaining at the expense of another person, that's justice. Being able to have the strength to take a loss. That's what true justice is. So as we regenerate, we'll have that strength, and we will regenerate in a regional circumstance. So the regions of the world will change as we basically get rid of these breath debts or these seizures that we have along the line, along the chain of the different soul groups. So everyone has a person in their group, black or what have you, that is getting the short end of the stick. Personally to you, that's how you solve racism personally. It's a small thing. It's always a small thing that's local with you, that you can personally change within your own house, within your own self, within your own solar system. So it's always a small containable thing, and as you change your group, then you unlock all the like if you change your group, there's a bridge from your group to the next solar system. So you have affected one, you've created a bridge to the next solar system. Now that person can change that, and it just ripples. It continues to ripple. It's all about changing small things. It's not you looking at racism in a global way, and it's just defeating, it's self-defeating in that sense. If you look at it like it's very containable, it's something that you have to solve within yourself. Everyone can solve it within themselves, and realize that just getting sight of the source. It just comes down to being able to see beyond the beyond and getting sight of the source and seeing the connectedness with everything and everyone. So as we get rid of the breath debt amongst our people in our own pyramid, our reverse pyramid, however you want to look at it, we can see who the parasites are. We can see, again, even when you see a parasite, you're looking at a person or a prism, because a person is a prism, a prison for consciousness. So some human essence or essence of self is trapped in that parasite. So it's difficult to look at it like we need to destroy them in that sense. We just need to destroy what they're being, not necessarily destroy the body, because again, we have to respect the melanin regardless of whose body it's in. We don't want to, when you say you lost someone, then it's just about the communication between you and that melanin, that self. So that it has been lost, or it's not lost, it's just recycling. So the transmission is supposedly lost. So we have to respect the melanin at the end of the day, because that is what connects us all. It is the lifeblood, I guess, that connects us all. So what we have is something that is very controllable within ourselves and within our own populations, and people want to act like it's those people over there, it's not these people over here. And you can handle racism every day in your own life, and by not benefiting from it, by deflecting from all the benefits of subtle racism. So again, the texts are all online. It's like 23 texts online by R. Bud, vegan, on Amazon. The Vampire Pyramid, Low Fat Living, Sleep Paralysis, Socially Paralyzed, The Eye Manual, Breath to Breath, Stroke Game, The Art Science of the Stroke, because everything comes down to a stroke rhythm, everything you're doing. There's 23 texts on there. Yoga in a Nutshell, Invest in Your Chest. It's a lot on there. You can get it through PayPal, ROYALT512@yahoo.com. Jesus Christ 19 on Instagram, Jesus Christ on Facebook. Taylor Budd is the Facebook parasite as well. And Human Food Company page, Human Food Co. That's also on Facebook, so check that out. And enjoy the growing moon.